Okay, so we're going to continue with graphing these reciprocal functions and looking at our vertical and horizontal isotopes. So here we're going to graph the function -6 over -2 minus 1. So remember the vertical isotope, our limit line has to do with our denominator equaling 0. So you can see I have -2x minus 1 equals 0. That's my denominator. I add 1 to both sides. So the ones cancel. I have -2x equals 1. I'm going to divide by -2 on both sides. So I end up with -2 divided by -2, which is cancels out as 1. So my my vertical isotope, said that funny, I was looking down here, is x equals -1/2. So we can see that here's my vertical isotope right there at -1/2. All right, so now let's look at our horizontal. So with this one, we're just looking at the degree real quick, and you can see I noted it here. Again, I don't have any variables at the top, so that means my degree is 0. My degree at the bottom is 1. 0 is less than 1, so our horizontal isotope is at 0. So this one we don't get to stop. The last video we stopped here, but we're actually graphing the whole function on this one. But we just needed our limit lines to kind of help us know where to graph. So we're going to scooch down here and we're going to pick some numbers so that we can start graphing. So I just randomly picked -2, -1, 0, and 1. We need 4 points to graph this function. That's what ALEKS requires of us. So I'm going to plug in -2 for my first number. So I have a -6 divided by -2 times -2 is 4 minus 1. So I get -6 divided by 3, which is -2. Now I'm going to plug in -1. So I get -6 over 2 minus 1, which is -6 over 1. Just get -6. I'm going to put 0 in here. So -6 divided by 0 minus 1, which is just -6 divided by -1, so +6. And then 1, so -6 divided by -2 minus 1, which is -6 divided by -3. So I get +2. So now I can go and graph these points. So here are my points, and I can graph. So you can see it's not necessarily the limit as far as it's going to be to one side or the other, but they just can't touch these lines. So it is both of these pieces. That's why we need 4 points. It needs to know the basic point that it's going to go through, and then another point so that it can graph it for you. That's why it requires 4 points there. So that is the idea of graphing a function with isotopes. So I hope that helped, and I will see you in the next video.